Hey everybody, this is John with the Creature Teacher, and we have right here, these are Desert Millipedes. Now this is an animal that is native to the United States. Right, they're found in the American Southwest, New Mexico, Arizona, places like that. And even though these are a desert animal, even though they live in the desert, they do like to stay nice and moist and wet. These are relatively easy animals to care for. Got 3 in this small little terrarium. They have some dirt and then some moss. Spray the moss to keep it nice and wet. And since they are millipedes, they do eat decaying leaf and vegetable matter. So they are considered a detritivore, which basically means they eat detritus, or it's all the junk on the ground, all the organic material, mainly from plants that is just decaying, falling apart. That's what these guys pretty much do. Now, I do have a centipede, Ragnarok, which you have seen. These are not the same thing. Millipedes and centipedes are different. Millipedes have a lot more legs. The camera's not wanting to focus on the legs, but you can see all those little things that look like hair almost. Those are the legs. Let's see if the camera will focus. There we go. It's focusing a little better. They have hundreds and hundreds of legs on their body. Each segment, I believe, has 2 pairs. It's either a single pair or 2 pairs. And there's his head. Millipedes do have eyes. They are very small. You can almost see what looks like a little black dot right above the antenna. That is one of his eyes. They can sense movement and light differences, but that's pretty much it. They use their chemosensory, or their sense of smell, and be able to detect chemical changes to find their food. Those antennae really help them find food. They have powerful jaws. Now, millipedes do not eat people, but occasionally they will, for reasons I don't understand. We'll pick up the big guy here. For reasons I don't understand, they will occasionally chew on your fingernails. If I was not wearing a glove on my hand right now, they will sometimes chew on fingernails, which is kind of weird, and you can feel it. It feels like something honestly chewing on your fingernail. It's odd to have a millipede chew on you. Now, these are slow animals. Even though they have hundreds of legs, unlike centipedes, which centipedes don't have a lot, they move slowly. This is not a predator. They do not need to move fast. And so it would seem that these are easy prey, easy for other animals to eat. However, millipedes have a pretty unique defense. The first thing they'll do is they'll curl their body up in a spiral shape. Now, these guys won't really do that unless I was to really start bothering them, and I'm not going to do that, but they'll curl their body into a spiral shape sometimes they do it with their head at the center, sometimes with their tail at the center. And they kind of tuck their legs in to prevent their legs from being ripped off. They don't like that too much, even though they have hundreds of them. They don't want to lose a leg. Let's see if I can get his face in the camera here. And when they curl up in that spiral, they also kind of squeeze their body. And on every single one of these lines that you see, that's a body segment. And when they squeeze it along those, you can see those little dots right there. Fluid will come out, and that fluid is highly toxic. Not only does it smell bad, it also tastes horrible, and it can actually kill animals. It can actually even harm people. Please do not take a centipede or a millipede in your backyard and stick it in your mouth. That is a bad idea. That might sound utterly stupid, but that actually did happen. People were trying that at one point, and it is, or kids were doing it on accident, I should say. I don't know if people were doing it on purpose, but there were accidents that happened. Little kids stick things in their mouths. Not all millipedes are this big. The ones here in Texas are smaller. They're usually more of a red color. And unfortunately, that their toxin, their defense mechanism, is not good for people. However, if you were to have these, let's say as a pet, handling them is safe. You'll want to wash your hands. You won't want to stick your fingers up your nose after touching them. And that fluid that they excrete that is toxic It really only happens when they are threatened, when they coil up and it kind of squeezes out. So it's not like it's all over them all the time. Now, there are some animals that can still eat them, and one of those animals is the skunk. Skunks actually can eat millipedes. That highly toxic fluid does not bother them at all. I believe also possums can eat them. Look at his whole body. These are actually fairly pretty millipedes. You don't hear that a whole lot. Millipedes are generally pretty drab-colored animals. You show your face again, buddy? No. There he is. Now, when it comes to caring for these guys, honestly, it's just keeping them in a small terrarium. They can stay in a small one with a bunch of soil, dirt in it, and then some moss to help retain moisture. And then when it comes to feeding them, just putting in a little bit of fruit or some vegetable matter. Today they're going to be getting a little bit of apple, and I'm going to spray their house down. It's really easy to care for. They're not the most exciting. If you were to have one as a pet, they're not that exciting. They just crawl around and eat stuff in their terrarium, but they are interesting. Fun little animals to learn things about. All right. Well, this has been John with the Creature Teacher. Like us on check out our Facebook page. Like us on Facebook. Share with your friends, and of course, always, if you want to subscribe for more videos on our YouTube channel, The Creature Feature, please do so. Anyways, be seeing you guys later.